are back in TV games, old school controllers. Play like you did back in the day with games from Namco like Pac-Man and Dig Dug, Atari including Pong and Centipede. Products rated E for everyone. Batteries not included. TV games.
Now, what if I told you I developed a fully mechanical trading strategy that's so simple you could just plug it into TradingView and start trading? No complicated setups, no extra thoughts, just pure and proven results. That's exactly what TnS is all about. In just 3 months of tracked real trades, TnS made over $30,000 with just one NQ contract. And I'm not just saying that. I've got daily reviews, tracked trades, live trade executions, and real people trading TnS all to back it up. And you can check out all this stuff in the description below. Now at this point, I'm sure you're wondering, well, what is TnS? TnS stands for
Slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, 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 everybody, slap, 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 clap, clap.
Tap and Slap, a play on words from the classic plug and play games. And just like those games, you simply plug TnS into TradingView and you're ready to go. You don't need any prior trading experience. You don't need to know anything about ICT concepts. The only thing you need to know is what a candlestick is. And if you don't know what it is, I've got a tutorial for that linked in the description below as well. Now, before I show you what TnS looks like in the live market, I do want to give credit where credit is due. And so first, I would like to start by giving a shout out to Michael Huddleston, the creator of ICT Concepts. He laid the groundwork for what this mechanical strategy is based on. He created what is called the FVG, or fair value gap for short. Now, like I said, you don't need to know what any of this stuff is, so if you're not interested in learning this, you can go ahead and skip. But if you are interested in learning the basic framework of TnS, then this part of the video is for you. So if the price conditions are clean, as price moves up, it's going to create something called an upward trend. When we do this, we start off moving up, we come down again, we move up, come down, move up, and down again, and come back up, all the way until we hit a target. And when price is in a downward trend, we will move down, come back up, down, back up, down, back up, and down until we hit another target to the downside. And this upward trend looks like a staircase up, so to speak. The downward trend looks like a staircase down, just as a general idea of what it looks like. Now, as we get these upward and downward trends, when price is looking to continue up, it tries to tap back into the previous high it made before continuing to the upside. And when price is moving in a downward trend, it will sometimes look to tap back into the previous low it made before continuing lower. As you can see, we move up, come down to a previous high that's not there yet, but then we move up again, and before coming back to sweep out this high, we have to come back to the previous high that was there. We move up again, come back to this previous high that was there, then move up again. And when price is moving down, we start off going down, come back to a previous low that's not pictured, move down again, come back up to the previous low that's there, move down again, come back to this previous low, then come down once again. So it just taps the previous high or low before going higher or lower, depending on, of course, if you're in an upward trend or a downward trend. Now, to put it all together here, when price moves in either trend, you want to see what's called a fair value gap being made. When price is in an upward trend, you want to see a bullish fair value gap be made, or FVG for short. When price is moving down, you want to see a bearish FVG be made. And all bullish or bearish simply means bullish means up, bearish means down. And just to keep it simple, I have it color coded here so you could see bullish for green, bearish for red. And so when price moves up, when we come back to tap the previous high that was there, the FVG is made. So when price moves up, we leave this box, the FVG is made. When price comes back down to tap the previous high, it's also going to be tapping into the FVG as well. So not only will we be tapping back into the previous high, but also the FVG. It's almost like a combination. And when price is moving down, it's going to leave a bearish FVG. And once we come back to tap that low, that previous low that was there, it also will tap the bearish FVG. Then we're ready to move down again, close through the other previous low that was left, make another FVG while we're on the way down, come back and tap into that as well, and then we'll keep moving down. That's it. That's the only framework that you need for TnS. That's literally it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you don't need to know what any of this stuff means to even trade TnS. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to know what any of this does because the indicator does 90% of the work for you. The indicator has all of this stuff already built into it. So now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, let's go over some real TnS trade examples from April 17th earlier this year. And the only thing I have on my chart right now is the official TnS indicator. We'll go over the settings in a later video, but it's very simple, very clean, and very much easy to use. So right now I'm on the default settings and we're just going to walk through price until we get some setups and we're going to go over them. So already you can see the indicator is trying to see if there is a setup there. There's nothing there yet. But right here we do have a setup and you can see this is a green highlighted box, which means this is a bullish FVG. And we have a faint dotted line here representing our entry, a red line down here representing the stop loss. And once this FVG gets tapped into, it will show a table giving us our official entry, stop loss, and TP listed right here so we can see. So right here, you can get the exact price levels for your TP and stop loss. There's no thought behind it. All you do is copy this stuff down as it appears. And there you go. You're tagged in and you're making money off these trades. And so the way that TnS gets its take profit is from a very simple targeting system created by me. Now, once again, the FVG was actually created by Michael Huddleston. However, the one thing that he did not really go over is how the FVG gets its take profit. Because one thing that ICT traders all disagree on is where the FVG should actually take price before it fails. What this means is that ICT traders would be looking for some of these highs up here to be hit before this FVG fails. But what I'm telling you is that I have created a system that will determine a working fair value gap without having to look at anything else. We're simply looking at the first candle that taps the FVG, and then you look one candlestick to the left. Since this is a bullish example, we're looking at this candle's high. Once again, the first candle that taps the FVG, highlighted here, we look one candlestick to the left, and we're looking at this candle's high. That is our take profit. As you can see, the indicator does all the work for us. We don't even need to even know that. The indicator shows us clear as day. This green line here is our TP. This red line here is our stop loss. And even if you couldn't see that, it's also listed as the prices right here. And so let's see what happens in this trade. It gets TP, and then we have another setup. Now, once again, we can see a faint green line and a red line down here. If we zoom in very closely, we can see there's actually two entries here, also listed here on our table. Let's see if this one gets TP. Okay, that one got TP, and that one was for 47 points, right? 47 points here, and the first trade was for 36 points. So already TnS is already up over 70 points, really almost 90, just off two trades. And so we have a third setup here. This one actually ended up failing. Now, one thing I do want to speak on is how TnS has a fixed stop loss of 35 points. So backing up, let's just tally up these two trades that we have already. Okay, so as you can see here, I have the first two trades listed. The third one was the loss. So let me back up so we can see that one more time. This third trade right here was a loss because it did hit these two red lines being the stop loss. And once again, the stop loss is 35 points exactly, and the stop loss is not to be changed for TnS. So the third trade is a loss. Let's see how this fourth trade does, because now it's a short. As you can see, it's a bearish FVG. It's a red looking box with 2 lines through it, which means there's 2 entries here. And the beautiful thing about TnS is that there can only be a maximum of 2 entries per FVG. Nothing more. And sometimes there can be 1 entry, but there can only be 2 entries max. So we can see price does tap into this FVG here. Now, what we can see in this example is that this candle tapped the FVG, but when we look to the left, there is no lower low. This low right here has already been swept. Whenever you look to the left and there is no lower low or there is no target for you, you use the candle itself as your TP, which means this candle itself is the TP for TnS. And once again, all this is automated through the indicator, so you don't even need to know how to actually do this yet. All of this is automated through the indicator. It does 90% of the work for you. Once again, highlighted by a green line. And you can see the stop loss up here. Let's see. This trade is kind of cutting it close. But look at that. It got TP. It went all the way back down without hitting the stop loss. Once again, the stop loss is up here. The TP down here, it did get hit for 44 points using the lowest entry. Now, if you use the higher entry, you would have got 51 points. So let me just add this one as the 4th trade for 44 points. And you can see it did get TP. And then as we drop down again, we get another short setup, this time with a low that's all the way to the left there. But once again, the indicator does all the work for us. Let's see what happens with this 5th setup. So let me back up because it did happen pretty quick. We can see that this candle once again taps the FVG for the first time. If I zoom in here, I look to the left, there is no lower low. It's because once again, we're looking at this candle here. This candle already swept the low, which means we are using the candle itself as the TP. Once again, the indicator does it for us. And we can see that price does hit the TP instantly. Then it turns around. This is exactly how TnS works so efficiently, because this working FVG definition that I made, it tends to hit these targets, then fully reverse. But it's just enough for TnS to get its TP, and it makes a lot of money doing it. So now you guys can see this 5th trade won for 60 points. As you can see in that table right there, the lowest entry was down here at 57, so 18,657. That's exactly what I have here. The TP for it is down here, and it did hit for 60 points. So now we've got just 5 trades as our sample here. Let's add all these up and see how many points TnS made in just 5 trades here, and it's only 9:50 a.m. on New York time. So when you combine all these 5 trades together, you get 4.3 R, 152 points, and that's with 4 wins and 1 loss, all in the span of basically 2 hours, because the first trade happened at 7:35, the last trade happened at 9:40, right? So that's roughly 2 hours of trading, and it generated 5 setups. Out of those 5 setups, 4 of them won and only 1 of them lost. Now, TnS does have a 46% win rate. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is just a cherry-picked example. Once again, I'm not sugarcoating it. I don't have anything to hide. I have, like I said in the description, daily reviews you can look at as a guide. The daily reviews are done in this same exact style that I just showed you. It's all there. Another thing, TnS is specifically made for the 5-minute, but it does work on all time frames. One last thing before I go, I do want to give you guys some advice for TnS. When you're using TnS, you're only on the indicator, you're only supposed to use version 1 or version 2. Okay. I'm going to make more videos about what all this stuff means in later videos. But for now, all you need to know is that you should only have this either checked or unchecked. Never change any of the stuff up here. Okay. Remember, this is for the 5-minute. TnS was made for the 5-minute. That's what I recommend you use it on. If you use other time frames, it's up to you at that point. But I made this for the 5-minute time frame. One last thing, TnS performs extremely well on Fridays, specifically version 2 on Fridays. It has a very, very nice win rate on Fridays. It generates anywhere on average, I would say about 90 to 130 points on Fridays on average. And also another thing, TnS does catch 100-point plays every single week. There's not a single week that goes by where TnS does not catch an 100-point play while holding a runner. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because there will be new TnS content dropped every Friday. And to kick things off, I'm going to drop a very special video this Monday that's in 3 days. And then after that, there will be new TnS content dropped every single Friday. And don't forget, there's already tons of resources to help you get started with TnS. We have the official TnS Notion, we have the daily reviews, the TradingView indicator, all in the description below for free, and not to mention the Candlestick guide as well. So if you're ready to plug in and start trading, everything you need is right below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.